Hello and welcome to Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
Oh man,
and today we're reviewing
Fear the Walking Dead.
Tell Them.
That leeway I was giving it for the first couple of episodes is done.
I
It's
knew
back to pissing me off.
I knew it was going to be baggage. Because the problem is, the story is they're at the baseball yard. It's not going so well, and they're scavenging for stuff to make the baseball diamond great again. But you got these vultures, and I guess they're busting their balls. Wherever they go, they send their little contingent to follow them and then scavenge all the stuff before them.
Yeah.
So you got that going on. So really, nothing's really happening.
I'll tell you where it lost me. It just pissed me off that because they kept cutting back to the present when they're being interviewed, right, by that reporter woman or whatever the hell she is.
Best part of the episode.
They just kept on saying, "But we were wrong. But it went wrong. It was you've gone through this so many times. I'm sick of hearing it. I don't care that shit now. Just fuck off."
That was whack. I'll agree with that. But the end of the interview was probably one of the best things I've ever seen. When they were doing, I'm trying to think what it was. Do you know they all took their turn to speak and they were what if I didn't? Victor was like, what if I didn't tell him about the supplies? And then the girl was like, I shouldn't have ever opened that book. And then they were like, oh yeah. And then they were kind of doing that, and then they were kind of flicking in between them, and it was like, that's why my brother's dead, that's why Nick's dead, and then that's why my friend's dead. Best part. One of probably the highlight of the season. That little sequence there was sick. Loved it. Thought it was great.
It lost me by then.
Smashed it.
It just lost me. It took too long to get there. There was too much of their dour, oh my life is shit thing. You're right, I didn't mind, yeah, and I just don't know how to feel, because I want to like it, but it's just like the present, flash into the present just keeps reminding me how dour everything is. Maybe if I was in the present timeline, I'd be better with it. Cause I like that I went to the water park. Was it a bit weird? Yeah, but I do like that they're going to different places and they're doing different things. A bit odd maybe, but the fact that they went down that slide and they were all in that bit and they were trying to get up, that was cool. Why not? A bit weird, yeah, but it's somewhere fun.
They do that, do you know, when you saw the body floating in the water and it was bits detached and all scuzzy and stuff like that. The makeup on that's real good. The water damage zombie is pretty decent. I'm confused why they went there. They climbed to the top of the thing and I was like, was it her Campbell or something? And then it looked like she had nothing, no idea what it was. But you had at the top of the water side, you had kind of the bed, the gun, a bunch of ammo and stuff like that. So I
think they're the scavenging, aren't they?
Yeah, and they just
I can't remember exactly why. Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe they just wanted to look around,
that's
get the high ground or
something. Motherload. Yeah, so they were debating whether to the baseball diamond's not working out for us. Maybe we should just move on and go find somewhere else. So you had Nick and stuff like that, and his girlfriend with that book. And then it turns out Naomi, who was a doctor, she's this Laura woman that the cowboy guy has been looking for. So we find out she's dead. So we're gonna get it's gonna flick for a while in between that and the flashbacks, because we're going to see what actually went wrong, and I don't think that's going to be a one episode thing. We're going to get a ton of, because still in the present day Madison's we ain't seen her, have we?
No.
So I don't really know. I can't imagine that she's dead, or I feel like they would have brought it up. You know what? They wouldn't be crying. They would have been like, "Oh yeah, Nick first mum died, and then now Nick's dead." I figure they would have mentioned it. So I don't really know what's happening with her. I guess now it's weird because Nick don't want to. Not Nick. He's long gone. Morgan was kind of taking a passive approach, and so was the cowboy. but they kind of seemed on board even before the revelation that his girl may or may not have been killed by him. That they kind of seemed on board with going with them to go kill these vultures, and that didn't make sense to me because I thought...
I don't think they did.
I thought didn't think
they didn't want to. I don't think they wanted to kill him. They wanted to go to try and fight. I think they wanted to go to try and keep it more peaceful. And that was the change up.
That they weren't.
They didn't want it, so they got left behind.
They weren't very vocal about it. So I guess I'm confused whether they've split up now, whether they're gonna go and assault them and
They are split up. Morgan and the cowboy stayed behind, didn't they?
Yeah, that's going to be good. I like them together. They're good. I like the reporter as well. It's just the kind of the original characters who are whack, and we know like it's going nowhere with the flashbacks. You know what I mean? The only interesting thing is going to be the episode where it all goes south and we find out how they got split up. But everything leading up to there is just going to be boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. I do think part of my frustration, especially this episode, is I don't like any of the original people. I don't. It just drives me crazy. And there's more of that again in this episode. Morgan's pointing out they should at least bury Nick. And none of you idiots are going to do it, are you?
Yeah, that's what
All
I mean.
a bunch of jerks.
We'll just keep the dead body in the car. You know what? Hello.
They're all a bunch of jack-offs. Like I'm just watching these flashbacks and thinking, I don't like any of you people. Let's get back to the people I do like who are new to the show.
Maybe Nick's death's gonna change them.
I doubt it. It's just set them back in their own way. So let's go and do the same thing they were going to do before. Let's blow them away.
Let's talk numbers.
You know, it wasn't a badly made episode. Like I said, I like the fact they went to the water park. I get frustrated by the people. Even the doctor who was going to drive off, I'm with her. Yeah, drive, go. Ditch these people. 6.5.
The problem is they're trying to make going nowhere be exciting.
Yeah.
And it's not quite happening. They think the story they're trying to tell is the most interesting thing ever, but the problem is ain't doing nothing.
Because part of the setup is like, you know, when you keep talking about this event, it's like something shocking is going to go down, something amazingly shocking. It's like
Madison's just going to do something dumb.
Yeah, Madison's not going to die, which is the only thing it could be. That's the problem of we've seen Nick die. That was a shock. The most shocking thing that could happen in the show has already happened. So if I'm wrong and they kill Madison, I'll happily say. But assuming they don't, there's nothing else more shocking that could happen. So why are we doing this build-up for this thing?
The daughter's still a bit of a douchebag at this time as well. Like the only way the only way the daughter's gonna be is if she's in like a community like she was at that thing. She was fine there, but now she's acting something different. You know, with a cold heart, so to speak. Like, I know what that Mexican girl's about, you know what I mean? Because like she weren't in it last season, so I don't know that much about her. But
where is it she pointed to on the map?
Never found out.
Because that's what I don't get. I mean, obviously they're teasing something. They're gonna. Maybe I guess I'm not gonna get it for a reason now. But I'm sitting there thinking like.
I thought they were gonna drop an Easter egg, like, because they kept saying north. I thought maybe they're gonna be like, look, this, but really nothing marked on that map is really kind of gonna be there because everything's changed now. So I thought maybe they were like, oh, maybe they were gonna make an Alexandria reference or something like that. But I wonder if that's what the place was called before it went to shit, or whether people just renamed it that. So I thought maybe they were going to drop an Easter egg about the actual Walking Dead, but they're never going to go there.
No.
But yeah.
Okay. What are you giving it?
A 6.5, but there was a real that interview bit, the last little interview bit where they were kind of reflective when they actually got to the meat of the situation. One of the best things I've seen. Outstanding. Loved it. Thought it was great.
Okay.
Rest of it was bollocks. That's probably the best moment in the whole show ever. is going to be very hard to top that, because that smashed it. There was some great acting going on there. You know what I mean? Very, very, very well written. Shame the other 49 minutes couldn't take that lead. You know what I mean? Like, great, over the course of what 30 episodes, only 30 seconds has been 10 out of 10. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next time on The Hub.